Hey everyone, it's Jessica, and I'm back with another video. I'm a multi-passionate artist, and this morning, come on into my studio, grab a cup of tea. I have my pomegranate green tea with me on the side, and I just wanted to do a little show and tell and talk about some of my pieces, my jewelry pieces that I've made over the years. Necklaces. I'm going to do necklaces today. And first, I found this pin. I bought it a long time ago. Look, y'all. I have no idea what I'm doing, okay? But I want to share my art. I want to give you inspiration. And I want us to be free, to have a moment to be able to take some time out of the day and free ourselves through art. Okay, so that's what I want to do, but I have no clue what I'm doing. Anyways, okay. So I started making jewelry. I'm going to try to keep this video shorter too. No more long videos, okay? I just lost track of time in my last video. That being said, what was I saying? Oh yeah. Back in early 2000s, well, in the late 90s, I went to a yarn shop with my mother. I had a necklace that I had that broke. And at the yarn shop, they had like the little seed beads, the little tiny beads on the wall, all different colors. And I thought, I'll repair my necklace. So this is actually the necklace that I made. Oh, I'm trying a different background too. I was tired of the stark white, so we're going to try this craft paper. See how I like that. I like the test shots of it, but I don't know. So this is the first necklace that I've ever made. This one I made it. This one is longer than the original. I made this one longer after I started making jewelry consistently, and I just wanted to make this necklace longer. And then when I repaired my first necklace, I just took some string, like fishing wire string, and the beads, and just put it on there. And then as I understood, how to make jewelry, I attached the clasp and made it longer. So after I made my first necklace, I started going to bead shops with my mom. She was like, let's go to bead shops, and bead shops were all the rave in the 2000s and early 2000s. And so I went and took a class, and then from there I just became obsessed with bead shops, and I would just go to bead shops and make jewelry. And this is one of my earliest necklaces that I made that I thought, okay, this is something special. All right, got some dichroic glass in there. And some, I think this is called anodized aluminum. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that word. I forgot. It's some type of aluminum, and some beads in there. But look at how this is me. Abstract, colorful. This is like my style, and it just came out of me. And so I made another one of these that after I started selling my jewelry, I actually sold it. And look at how beautiful that bead is, if you can see how lovely that is. So this was my real first, I love this necklace. Okay, put that to the side. Okay, stop it, camera. And then I was doing a lot of beading, especially with semi-precious stones. Oh, turquoise, labradorite, abalone, peridot, variegated, all the jaspers I loved. Let's see, what other, citrine, but turquoise was my jam, still my jam. I love turquoise. So when my mother took a class on how to crochet with wire, I had absolutely no interest in it. But then when she came home with her necklace, I was like, okay. She had like it was a long necklace, multi-strand wire crochet green necklace. And I was like, oh, I kind of like that. Show me how to do it. And so she showed me how to make, use crochet with wire. And we started playing together with necklaces and designs. And we came up with this one. It's called a nebula. It's wire crocheted. And it's just all, this one is pearls and glass beads and seed beads. And I call it a nebula because as the nebula in space, yes, in the universe. I love nebula, so that's why I named it Nebula. So that's one. But this is my other nebula. This one I made with labradorite, garnet, freshwater pearls. And I know people look down on memory wire. I love memory wire. So there's that. I've made all different colors, all sizes. It's just wonderful. It's like a piece of armor. You put it on and when you go out and want to face the world. That's the other thing I feel about my nebulas. That's, you wear it. It's a conversation piece. It's your armor. When you put it on, it like levels you up. Okay, that's my thought behind it. The other necklace that I used to do, I loved making chokers. All different kinds of chokers, shells, whatever I could find. I would just have a wall of chokers at my shows. And so this is an example of one of my chokers. This is my this is my take on Afrofuturism. So this is polymer clay. I made polymer clay, some wire crochet. I attached it to it by baking it together, and some beads that I made, and I put it on a wire crochet. I put it on a memory wire. I just love those colors, and I have a love and hate for resin, because resin makes it pop, but sometimes I just like the sheen of just a regular non-shiny surface. I really love matte colors, so I do use resin sometimes in my work. So that piece is my Afrofuturism piece, and I'm gonna move those out of the way. An example of that, you saw in that the oh, I didn't bring that one out. Oh, okay, I have one more. I thought I had one more. Oh, here it is. One more choker to bring out. This one I love making. I love making geodes out of polymer clay. This is one of my geodes out of polymer clay. And just lava stone, black lava stone. And I love the roughness of it and the organicness of this necklace. And of course it's on memory wire. See that? Love it. Okay. And then I want to show you another little example of one of my geodes, a little small pendant that I made. My faux geodes, I call them. This one I put resin on. I sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It all just depends. This one is very thin, so I put resin on it to stabilize it a little bit more. But this piece, I love the way it came out, and I did not want it to break. So that's part of the reason why I resined this piece. Okay, let me move these two out of the way because I have a little bit bigger pieces coming on. This, I wanted to make something for the men. Hasn't really caught on, but I think I've sold a couple of these. But I made a crocheted bow tie. And it could be worn by a woman too. It's unisex. Let's just say unisex. Let's just say it's not. It's a unisex piece. It's for everybody. And it's just a chain. Okay. Wire crochet bow tie for everybody. And then let's see. Oh, this necklace I made. And I think it's also good to look back on your work because you can get inspired for future pieces, and it gives you like that, it gives you a boost. I love when someone says, reminds me of a piece that they have of mine, or that they show me, Jess, do you remember you made this necklace for me? Look at it. I'm like, oh my gosh, I made that, you know? It's just like, get a little sense of pride. Okay, so this one I called Moon Coral. And the story behind this is at some point in time in the future, we're going to be taking vacations on the moon. This is just my thought, you know, and it came after I read Parable of the Sower and by Octavia Butler, and the protagonist Larkin. And if we make it to outer space, if we make it to the moon, we'll be vacationing on the moon, and somehow from whatever we bring to the moon or whatever, this coral is prevalent there, and it creates this coral. Our interactions with the moon create this coral that people bring back here as souvenirs. And this is just a piece of moon coral, and I crocheted the back, and I put a little piece of opal at the bottom. I just did a simple wire crochet chain. So that's the story behind my moon coral piece. This piece right here, I just wanted to show, like I said, I love stones. So yes, this is one of my pieces with so much jaspers, and oh, just look at this. Look at how gorgeous. This is a stone, variegated jasper from Mother Earth, polished up, just beautiful. And it's light too, very light. Carnelian. These are some beads that I made. Some other types of jaspers and some beads that I made, and I wire crocheted this piece. Turquoise lava stone, brass, and some like brick colored seed beads. A little abstract necklace. Ooh, I need to restring this. I've had this for a long time. And I made my own little, did I make this clasp? Yes. Made my own little clasp to go on it. So that's that. It doesn't really have a story, it's just that I love this piece and I wanted it to be bold and dramatic. And you know, when I was younger, I wanted to be I didn't know what I wanted to be, even when I was a senior, and well, I kind of had an idea in college. I mean, in high school. Just want to give you a nice little look at that. Okay. But one of the things I thought about being was a geologist, because I love stones so much, even back then. So that comes out in my jewelry, especially with some of the stones that I've used over the years. Okay, let me take a little sip of tea. Take a little moment, drink some tea, y'all. And the other thing about this pomegranate green tea, it smells oh so good. Oh so good. Okay, so this necklace that I'm gonna share with you, it's called the Mended Heart. I made a whole bunch of these, and this is one that I have left. I had my heart broken, and I thought about to recover, I don't know, a way to use my jewelry as a way of mending my broken heart. and my thought process was that a mended heart is a beautiful heart. A mended heart, you get to see all of the beautiful imperfections and all of the beauty in it. So that's why I created the mended heart. And I need to make some more of these. I guess I'm gonna say that. I think that's the second time I said I need to make some more of these. But yeah, so that's a mended heart. And I wire crochet. I made like a I wire wrapped some wire into a heart shaped. I used cowrie shells. I love cowrie shells, and some glass beads and some wood beads. Mended heart. Okay. And for the final piece that I want to show you, oh, this is going to be under 20 minutes. Yes. Maybe. The final piece that I wanted to show you was, I call it a goddess. So you'll just see she's a goddess. She's just a goddess. Okay. She's too big for the frame, so I wire crocheted each of these pieces, put it together into a larger wire crocheted piece, and I just abstractly, intuitively made the centerpiece with some agate stone, druzy, freshwater pearls in white and in peacock, and some hematite chips, some labradorite, no, not labradorite, larimar, a little bit of larimar chips in there. Oh, there is labradorite. Ooh, labradorite's right here. I love that labradorite. And this abalone. See how pretty that is. And it's very pretty on the neck, and it hugs the neck nicely because of the crocheted pieces. So that's what's in my studio today. So if you came by my studio, you would see these necklaces. And thank you for taking time out to let me talk about some of my pieces. Oh, you know what? The other thing I wanted to show you, because if you're thinking about starting something new, something you've never done before, I say go for it. If you wanted to take a pottery class, I took a drawing class recently. It was hard because there's no rules to drawing. You just got to practice, and I kind of hit me hard in the class, and I'm like, where are the little tips and tricks that I need to learn to be a better drawer, because I can't draw. So I am practicing. It's not that I can't draw. I'm practicing getting better at drawing. So, but anyways, but I wanted to inspire you because I started, as you know, I'm a mixed media artist, and I started, or if you didn't know, now you know, I started playing with watercolor and mixed media and paints and all that stuff. And this is my first watercolor journal. This is going to be a little bit longer than 20 minutes. And it started November 2023. And I wanted to show you my first one to give you inspiration that it's okay to be a beginner, and don't be ashamed of being a beginner and messing up and making ugly work, because ugly work gets you to the good stuff. Okay? So, this is my first watercolor journal, and let's take a peek. I have about, let's see, I think I have 6 more, and I have 2 others, so I probably have about 10 journals filled with work, close to it. Okay, what's your first thing you're going to make? Probably a tree or flower without knowing anything, right? Okay, so here we go. Oh, I even have I still have my first watercolor set. I got it from Michael's. And I watched some artists on YouTube. And one thing, when I was looking for my first watercolor set, I wanted my paints to look wet when I open them up. You could open these up in the store, at least to see what the paints look like. And look at that, they're still juicy. And I haven't used them in about a year. But if I want to play around, I can still go back and use my first watercolor set. And that was probably like less than $20, and I bought some brushes too from Michael's as well. Okay. Oh, let me just see what, treat. Yeah. This was an exercise I did on YouTube. There was an artist that was showing how to make a galaxy, a geode. So that's right up my alley. So I just practiced this with my colors that I had. That down just a bit. I have no clue what I'm doing. I think I had some colored pencils that I just looked at with the colors, did a swatch, as they say. A fake swatch, as they say, of my colored pencils. Practicing. And I think these are the brushes that I bought, and I was playing with them to see what type of marks they made. Not sure. Playing with colors. No comment. Oh, I had some, I think my mother left me a whole bunch of art supplies. I think this is her oil pastels. I was trying to see what the heck is an oil pastel. And just trying different things, different exercises that I did. Get my geometrical one. Geometric shapes and stuff. My first attempt at trees. Evening trees, maybe? I don't know. Artist, I think her name is Denise Love. I think this is her. She called them some type of totem. So I made some like that. So Denise Love, I like watching her because she just loves, she loves what she does, and she's not afraid to hold back, and she's having fun, and it's just a very uplifting, or you can have a very uplifting art experience if you watch hers. Art doesn't have to be frustrating, and she's a good example of that. Art can be fun. It doesn't have to be complicated. It can be simple. Yes, Thursday is my day to record, and it's garbage truck day. I tried to make a stream, I think, or something. Bushes and, I don't know. I like Thursdays. I remember this particular piece because I was staying with my friend at the beach in November, and this is I painted one of the sunsets, and I'm proud of it. Proud that it came out the way that it did. Let me turn it this way. And then I actually like this. I like the piece that's beside it too. I like the colors and the different marks, mixing of the watercolors. So the colors are so pretty. Love these colors so much. This is probably another sky. Another sky. Oops, sorry. I think this might have been another watercolor project that I saw online. Rocks. I know this is another project that I saw online, but if you saw what they did and what I did, two completely different things. I had no clue. I just moved on after this. I'm like, oh, that does not look too good. And this was another project from an artist online, and she made like a rock formation. And so this was my first attempt. I actually like the way that this looks, because it looks like it has depth, and the way the watercolor mingles with each other. I really like this one. And after I painted it, I did not like it. Did not like it at all. And I said, okay, I'm going to do a better one. And this is the one I thought that I did better on. But I don't think so. I think I like the other one better. You know, this one I thought was more blended and looked more painterly than this one. But I like the colors and the way things look. And maybe it's because it has black in it. Some flowers. And I signed it. I was proud of... Oh, no, this is not the one that I signed. Some flowers. Practicing my flowers. I don't know what I was doing here. Some universe, maybe. More of this. More of this. I kind of gotten away from this type of painting. But I love putting colors together and putting marks next to them. I love like this stuff. And then the painted part of it. Yeah, I could do a lot of that. This is like a protest piece, thinking about war around the world, genocides around the world, just ceasefire. Did I finally swatch out my little watercolor palette that I had? But I love this. You know what? I bought Kiritaki, the Starry Night series with all the golds in it. Oh, so pretty. So pretty. And I like the way this came out. Listen, I want to do something like that again. And I like this one. I even signed it. Simple little flowers, you know. And this is what's it called? The drawing. I don't know. I forgot. But here is a drawing that I did. Oh, is it called neurographic? Neurographic art? Ooh, I'm probably going to add that to I'll put a note in here. But it's a neurographic art piece that I did. I love the colors. I signed it. I love the mark making that I did in this piece. It all comes together. It really does. I really like this piece. And then, oh, look at that. I love this piece so much. I know I'm using Micron pens when I was doing that. And I was using my Kiritaki Gold Starry Night. And I might have had my I don't know if this came from my watercolor set, but I did buy the Kuretake, the Kuretake. No, I bought some watercolors from online, from Etsy, I think, just to see different types of watercolor. I found some that I bought a couple. So I think that's where this came from. So, and that's it. So that is my first watercolor journal, and I hope you get inspiration to try something new, and don't be afraid to be a beginner, because as a beginner, you can, as long as it's safe, you can break all the rules. That's the beauty of it. You know, when I made this necklace, I did not know that, whatever rules that applied to jewelry making, I didn't know them. Right? And I made this. So I hope this inspires you. If you have any questions about jewelry making or jewelry design, let me know. If you have any questions about watercolor, abstract art, getting started with watercolor, please let me know. Leave me a comment and I will get back to you. I think I'm liking this brown paper background. I think it kind of, I record with my phone, so it looks, when I look at the video online, when I upload the video and I look at it, it looks kind of harsh. So hopefully using this paper will tame down the brightness and smooth it out just a little bit until I, maybe I'll get an actual camera for recording videos. But thank you for joining me. I hope you take some time out for yourself and for some time out to make art in the creases, as I like to say, or take some time out to give back to yourself, whatever way that is. And I hope you do it with joy. Thanks again. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you. Thank you for coming to my studio and my show and tell, and I'll see you in the next one.